like us. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some. Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Once upon a time, all of us was.
Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. As you already know, the other day Cardi B introduced and endorsed Kamala Harris during one of her rallies. And during her speech, she had a few technical difficulties because the teleprompter went out. Source, can we please see a little bit of Cardi's speech?
What's up, Milwaukee? How you guys doing? I'm nervous. I'm excited. What's up, y'all? 1 second, guys. 1 second. Okay, so I don't take lightly the call. Sorry, guys. I'm a little nervous. Guys. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. I need patience over here. Patience, where are you, girl? I need patience over here. Hold on. How you guys doing tonight? How you guys doing tonight? Are we ready to make history? Are we ready to make history? Are we ready to change these 4 years? No. Are we ready to change the next 8 years? Because we're going to make sure we have Kamala Harris in office for 8 years. Thank you. All right. Vice President Kamala Harris, thank you for having me. I do not take lightly the call to show up, the call to speak up, the call to deliver a message that's been on my heart for a hot minute now. Now, I took my time writing this speech, so I'm going to make sure I deliver it right. Because I got something I've been wanting to say for a long time. I've been saying it on Twitter, on my Instagram, and I'm ready to tell it to you now. Y'all ready to listen? All right, now. All right. Just like Kamala Harris, I too have been the underdog. I've been underestimated. My success belittled and discredited. Let me tell you something. Women have to work 10 times harder, perform 10 times better, and still, people question us how we got to the top. They be like, how she got there? Hold on, let me warm up. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I can't stand a bully. But just like Kamala, I always stand up to one. All the time, I'm ready for him. Yeah. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I wasn't gonna vote this year. I wasn't. But Kamala Harris joining the race, she changed my mind completely. I did not have faith on any candidates until she joined the race and said the things that I wanted to hear. We all knew Trump was a hustler, but hustling women, and I'm a hustler too, yeah. But hustling women out of their rights to their body is nasty work. Hustling Americans out of their hard-earned money by selling Trump watches, Trump sneakers, and Trump Bibles. By the way, the watches is $100,000. Yeah. Made in China, another country he discredited, is nasty too. Let me ask you a question. Wait, is Milwaukee in the building? Is Wisconsin in the building? Yeah. Let me ask you this question. Do we really trust this man with our economy? Our economy! A man who cares only about making himself rich and cutting taxes for his billionaire friends. I don't even get a tax cut. Today is your wallet. Tomorrow, he'll be conning you out of your healthcare rights. And that's a fact. I want you to hear that again. Today, he's hustling you with the, buy my sneakers. Tomorrow is going to be your healthcare rights. Don't take it away from you. Don't snatch it. Donald Trump talks about how he has a concept of a plan, but America, the only concept of a plan he has is a plan to hustle you. Yeah. Because we know what he's really setting us for. He's selling more than watches and sneakers. He's selling us bigotry, misogyny, division, chaos, and confusion. He wants us to hate each other. And it's gonna cost you your money, equal opportunity, affordable healthcare, and any rights you thought you had for your body. He's gonna take it from you. Listen to me, he's gonna take it.
Alright, so after Cardi B finished doing her speech, all of the people who live in glass houses jumped on the internet to throw stones. And they were like, oh my goodness, this is horrendous. She can't even read or do a speech without her cell phone. I mean, how could you vote for somebody who would have her up on the stage? If you were thinking about voting for Kamala, now would be the time to change your mind. For example, One person said, seriously, reading from her phone? And then somebody else was like, she couldn't even do a speech without prepared remarks in her cell phone. This country is in trouble if Kamala wins. Not quite. I think that this country is in very big trouble because people like you don't seem to know that 99% of politicians actually prepare their remarks in advance and read them off with teleprompters. And because the teleprompter broke in this instance, Cardi, thinking quickly on her feet, called her assistant to bring her her phone so that she could still deliver her speech. And for the person who was like, she couldn't even deliver her speech without prepared remarks. Are you aware that when Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his famous I Have a Dream speech on a mall in Washington, D.C., he had his speech written out sitting in front of him on the podium while he was delivering the speech? And every now and again, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. would look down at what he wrote because he wanted to say what he wanted to say the way that he wanted to say it and the way that he wrote it in advance. Source, can we please see a picture of MLK looking down at his speech? Can you see it? What's he doing? Reading his speech. And then somebody else came through and was like, Cardi B sounds illegal as hell. Accent is extremely thick. Half the things she say can't even be understood. Okay, so since you're the word police, it's not half the things that she say can't even be understood. It's half of the things that she says cannot be understood. And the word can't is a compound word that requires an apostrophe because you're combining two words, can and not. So, when you figure out how to write 3 sentences without making a grammatical error, and you learn how to speaking the English, then you can make a comment about Cardi's accent, linguistical skills, and speech. How about that? But the comment section wasn't done, because then somebody else came through and was like, she has to read off of her phone? Can any of them talk without a teleprompter or someone whispering in their ear? What a joke. Love Trump, love 2024, love MAGA. Okay, so to this commenter, I'm gonna say this. Since you believe that being able to say a speech off the top without making a mistake, without using a teleprompter, is such a requisite for becoming president, I want you to keep the same exact energy that you have for Cardi. I mean the same exact energy when I show you this next clip.
I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack yesterday, and to those who broke the law, you will pay. You do not represent our movement, you do not represent our country, and if you broke the law, you can't say that. I'm not gonna, I already said you will pay. The demonstrators who infiltrated the Capitol have defied the seat of justice. It's defiled, right? See, I can't see it very well. Okay, I'll do this, I'm gonna do this, let's go. But this election is now over. Congress has certified the results. I don't wanna say the election's over, I just wanna say Congress has certified the results without saying the election's over, okay?
But Congress is certified. Now Congress is
Yeah, right.
Now Congress
I didn't say over, so let me see. Go to the paragraph before. I would like to begin by addressing the heinous attack yesterday. Yesterday is a hard word for me.
Just take it out. The heinous attack.
Good. Take the word yesterday, because it doesn't work with the heinous attack on our country. Say on our country. Want to say that?
No, keep it.
My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote. My only goal was to ensure the integrity of the vote.
Listen, let me tell you something. In the aftermath of January 6th, when Donald Trump is over there supposedly making a live speech that was pre-recorded that he's reading from a teleprompter, and he tells his speechwriters that they need to take out the word yesterday, which just so happens to be like a second, third grade spelling bee word because the word yesterday is kind of too hard. Please, don't say anything to me about Cardi. Anyhow, after hearing all of the chatter online about her speech after her speech, Cardi decided to jump online and address the situation. Watch this.
I work so hard, bro. I work so hard on my speech. And a lot of y'all talking about like, oh, why are you reading it from a phone? I had to write that shit down because I had to make shit. I'm 32 years old, and I have 3 kids. My mind be fucking raising all goddamn day, bitch. Like it's like sometimes, bitch, I be arguing on my shower, like fucking rehearsing what I'm gonna tell niggas when I see them. And you know what? I forget what I be telling them. I'm like, damn, I was in the fucking shower for 30 minutes. I was gonna say to this motherfucker, but you know what? Then when I be in face to face, I be forgetting. So, you know, when it comes to this shit right here, I've been knew what I've been wanting to say, but I had to make sure I ain't forget. So I wrote that shit the fuck down. Y'all gonna hear what the fuck I had to say. And I'm proud of myself.
Yo, let me tell you this. You may not like Cardi, but even if you don't like her, you gotta give her like 10 points for keeping it real. Cause my girl said she be practicing her arguments before she has them in the shower. Oh my goodness. Listen, let me know down below. How do you feel about Cardi B's speech? Do you think that she fumbled it? Or do you think, despite having a few technical difficulties, Cardi did her thing and she kept it real? Let me know down below, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Now, while we're talking about some things that may be a little harder for some people to do than others, one of the things that we've noticed during this election season is this. Some men are finding it very hard, or should I say, some men are very hesitant to relinquish the patriarchy and vote for a woman. Cause they're over there like, ain't no way in the world a woman can run this country. And you're out of your mind if you think that one can. Okay, so really quick, I want you to check out this dude who really was thinking about whether or not a woman can run this country. And while he was thinking about it, it was almost like a light bulb popped up on top of his head, because he came to an entirely new revelation. Watch this.
One topic of conversation has been the idea that some men don't want to vote for a woman president. Do you think that's a factor?
I hear that a lot.
Yeah. What do they say?
Women are too emotional to run the country.
What do you think of that?
What do I think of that? I'm married. You think I'm about to answer that?
Well, what do you say to them?
What do I say to them?
Yeah, when they say that.
I tell them the same thing I told you. I'm married, so, and my wife run my household. So, you know what? If they run the household like that, they could. I believe they can do it. I just thought about it. I believe a woman could run the presidency. I believe that.
My man was like, wait a minute, now that I think about it, not only is my wife running my entire household, but she's also currently organizing my life and running my life as it is right now. So, maybe a woman can be a good president. And you know what's crazy? This story right here reminds me of another story. The other day, I left my house because I was like, yo, I'm hungry and I want to get something to eat. So I went up to the pizza restaurant, and I get there and I'm at the counter, and there's a dude standing there. And he's like, hey, what's up, sis? I'm like, what's up? And he's like, yo, you registered to vote? And I was like, yeah, I'm voting for Kamala. And he was like, come on. You know, I ain't voting for her. And I was like, why? He was like, can't no woman do what a man can do? And I was like, okay, if you say so. And that basically ended the conversation. Then, like 3, 4, 5 seconds later, my man sidles back up to me and he's like, yo sis, you could buy me some chicken wings? I was like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me right now? And let me tell you this, the next time a man says to me that women can't be leaders because women are just way too emotional, I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm just gonna turn around, tap my phone, and play this.
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me, y'all. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career.
Yeah, I think the Kells ruined that whole like women are too emotional argument. So I think that a lot of men are gonna have to go back to the drawing board and come up with something else. Now, check this out. The other day, GloRilla met with VP Kamala Harris to let her know, girl, you got this. Watch this.
Hey, nice to see you again.
How have you been?
I've been great. How about you?
You're killing it out there.
Thank you.
Having fun?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Are you excited? I'm excited for you.
I'm excited. So I'm in the zone. You know how it is when you're in the zone? Mm-hmm. So I'm in
you
that
got
zone.
it. We manifested
Right?
it. You
That's
got
right.
it.
Right, we got to claim it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Alright, so after GloRilla rolled up on Kamala Harris looking like a life-size G.I. Glow doll, a whole bunch of people came in the comment section, and one person was like, lol, why she suited up like she ready for World War III? I love Glow. And then somebody else was like, this feel like an episode of Boondocks, cause ain't no way. And then after that, somebody else was like, yes, Glow, ready to fight for our country. Oh my goodness, listen, I love it. And you know why? Because you can't have it both ways. On one end, you can't be like, yo, these rappers, man, they don't be out here doing nothing. And then, when the rappers get out there and do something, you can't be like, yo, why they out here doing stuff? Oh my goodness, the world is crazy. But with that being said, I do have something that I want to know. Do you prefer for your artist to be political, or do you prefer for your artist to be apolitical? Let me know in the comment section below. But just so you know, no matter what your answer is, Alicia Keys just really doesn't give a cuff. Check out what Alicia Keys had to say regarding this election.
It's crazy because too many people think women can't lead just because they haven't seen enough of it. When our kids look around their classrooms at the pictures of presidents on the wall, every single one is a man. One black guy. No wonder it's hard for many to imagine a female president. They've never seen one. And if they can't see it, how can they believe it? If you don't vote for her, or you don't vote at all, you're voting for the chaos and the hate. You're voting for a cruel tomorrow for immigrants, people of color, women, girls, our children, and our planet. Let's give Kamala, that's right, we're not going back. Let's give Kamala the power to make the change we want to see. Especially by voting up and down the ballot so she can have the team and support that she needs to make the changes we need to see. Yeah. We are a beautiful melting pot of dreamers and pioneers, and we believe every life has equal value. We want peace in our world and a healthy planet and a just society. And Kamala and Tim Walz assures me that this is what she believes and will work hard to fulfill. So Pennsylvania, you are so important, perhaps the most important. So this Tuesday, use your voice, use your vote to make Kamala Harris our next president. Let's do this!
Okay, so Alicia Keys said something very interesting. She said that we can't imagine anything different because we've always seen the same exact thing. Source, can you please do me a favor and show the people a quick montage of all of the presidents throughout American history? And I know, somebody out there is like, Source, I didn't see Biden's picture. Where's Biden? Shh. Biden was sleeping when these pictures were being taken, and keep your voice down, because he's still sleeping. Okay, so even if you don't agree with who Alicia Keys has chosen to vote for during this election, you must admit that Alicia Keys is sort of right when she says that as a country, we keep doing the same exact things, expecting different results. Now, I gotta say this, and I gotta say this because if I didn't say this, I would go down in history as the wackest Christian on the face of the earth. Alright, so the other day Barack Obama was doing a speech in which he referenced the $59.99 Trump Bibles that Donald Trump is out here trying to sell.
This is my favorite. He's got the Trump Bible. Wants you to buy the Word of God, Donald Trump edition. His name's going to be on there, embossed. Right next to Luke and Mark and Matthew. And by the way, I will give you one guess. You could not make this stuff up. Where these Bibles are made. So, Mr. Tough Guy on China except when he can make a few bucks hawking his Trump edition Bibles. Come on, man. You can't make this stuff up. But he's doing it. And the reason he's doing it is because what he cares about is his ego and his money and his status. He's not thinking about you.
Oh my goodness, I'm just over here shaking my head. Source, can you please show us a quick clip of D. Trump over there selling his deluxe edition Bibles?
Partnering with my good friend Lee Greenwood, I encourage you to get this God Bless USA Bible.
Introducing the limited edition God Bless the USA Bible, inspired by Lee Greenwood's hit song and the most recognized patriotic anthem in America, God Bless the USA. The God Bless the USA large print leather-bound King James Bible also contains America's founding documents, designed for an easy reading experience in the trusted King James Version translation. This large print Bible is perfect to take to church, Bible study, work, and for traveling. Order yours today at GodBlessTheUSABible.com.
This Bible is a reminder that the biggest thing we have to bring back America and to make America great again is our religion. You all should get a copy of God Bless the USA Bible now and help spread our Christian values with others. Let's make America pray again. God bless you, and God bless the USA.
Okay, yada yada yada. If you'd even read through that book once, then you would know that the Lord says that nobody should add nor subtract to his word. As a matter of fact, the book of Revelation 22:18-19 clearly says, "For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words that are written in this book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life, and out of the holy city, and from the things which are written in this book." Okay, so I'm saying this to say, to all of my devout Christians out there who are like, I gotta vote for Trump because he's a God-fearing man who's gonna lead us out of the wilderness of temptation and inflation. Be careful, be very, very careful, and please pray before you vote, because God does not go back on his word or change his word. And based on his word, I don't know if the Lord is going to be pleased with Donald Trump and his new Bible, which includes the text of the Declaration of Independence, the Pledge of Allegiance, the lyrics to God Bless the USA, and the Constitution, which for some strange reason just so happens to exclude the majority of your constitutional amendments. I don't know, maybe when they got to your amendments they ran out of ink and they were like, no more ink. Wow. Anyhow, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but the regular version of Trump's Bible is $59.99. However, if you want the extra crispy deluxe leather version, you're going to end up paying $1,000. And just so you know, Donald Trump had the nerve to emboss his name on the cover of the Holy Bible. And he added his publishing date with the words, "the day that God intervened." Oh my goodness. Listen, this dude really thinks that he should be part of the Synoptic Gospels. I mean, instead of it being Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, this dude really thinks that it should be Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and Donald. Wow. There are no words, absolutely no words. But with that being said, let me bring it back around to the election. As you know, voting is a choice and, it's not mandatory. But there is a reason why you should do it. And instead of me telling you why, let me let this young girl break it down for you.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's Friday, so I'm gonna keep it black, but I'm gonna keep it brief. Voting is happening now. You can go vote now, today. Ahora. Anyway, I've heard so many reasons not to vote. The lesser of two evils is still evil. Voting is a delusional establishment, a de facto detour to the de-escalation of the darker brother. What? Stop playing. We're not voting for most likely to get everything right. We're voting for most likely to not volunteer us to be killed by Corona, North Korea, or white supremacy. Plus, you have an obligation. Let me tell you something. Oprah Winfrey did not learn the preamble to the Constitution, learn the number of county judges in Alabama, or get slapped around by the fuzz so you could sit here and speculate on the irreconcilable incongruities of the prospect of votership in the United States. Sure didn't. That woman's name was Annie Lee Cooper. Voter suppression, lack of rights and or access to the polls has silenced the voices of people who are otherwise willing to exercise their right to vote. And this has been happening for over 150 years at this point. So if you, especially if you are black, have the right to vote, then you need to exercise it, because it is a right that African Americans Americans have been fighting for blood, tooth, and nail. Actually, the 14th and 15th Amendment made it illegal to tell black people they couldn't vote. Sure, honey, but white folks love to find them a loophole or a clause, i.e. the grandfather clause of 1867. That clause stated that in the year 1867, if your grandmama and granddaddy couldn't vote, then you can't vote either. 1867, black person, my granddaddy and them, property, so they definitely couldn't vote. But you already knew that. And soon after that, you know, good old black hoes and Jim Crow made it easy to enact voter suppression in an informal manner. Today is long lines with not enough time to get everybody. Today is too few or too faulty voting machines. But back then, it was white men chilling outside a voting precinct with weapons. Back then, it was qualifications that county clerks pulled out their backside every time you showed up to the precinct to fill out an application. Back then, it was being threatened to lose your job because the county clerk knew who you were employed by. Back then, it was literacy tests. Literacy tests that either gave black people much more difficult documents to read than white people, or literacy tests that didn't even have anything to do with literacy. And I post one in my story. Me, you, not even Bill Gates or Einstein could have passed them tests because they weren't even about reading. Because the intention and results were entirely subjective, designed not to make a lick of sense and to confuse the reader. Well, if it was subjective, then I'm pretty sure Bill Gates and Einstein, two rich white men, would have definitely passed that test. If there had to be a Voting Rights Act of 1965, only 2 years after my daddy was born, it wasn't that long ago, then voting might be something that, if anybody, black people should be taking seriously.
Black people, did you hear that? Well, now that you heard that, I hope that you hear this too. Over the last couple of years, the United States is becoming more and more divided, and it seems like during this particular election season, all we've been doing is squabbling according to our gang colors, red and blue. But I'm telling you right now, no matter who wins this election, we the people are gonna have to find some ways to get along. Because at the end of the day, we're all one crew. As a matter of fact, let me let my man 50 Grand, Yosemite Sam, break it down for you.
Y'all ever see those videos in New York City in like 1912 and everyone's bustling, hurrying around on the street? And I think, God damn, they were stressed back then too, man. And now look, they're all gone. And I know that's depressing to think about, but it reminds me of a quote from, I think Anne Lorette said it. I heard Pete Holmes say it. Every 100 years, there's all new people, baby. Every 100 years, all new people. The people we're on earth with right now, this is our crew, okay? In the same way you can't pick your family, but you gotta get along with them. We can't pick the people we're on earth with, but we gotta get along, man. In the whole grand scheme of the universe, all the time, all the space, the people on earth right now, this is a tiny little group, man, and we get to be a part of it, man. I'm in the grocery store, I see a fella, I think, God damn, I'm on earth at the same time as that guy, man. I see a cool lady, I think, man, we're alive at the same time. Man, that is freaking sick, man. Be kind to your neighbor, man. This is what it's all about. I'm glad I'm on earth at the same time as y'all. Thank y'all. Keep on rocking.
Yo, I love that dude. Listen, let me know what you think about Cardi B's speech. Everybody trying to clown Cardi because of her speech. The man who realized that, hey, my wife does everything for me, so maybe women can run the country. GloRilla telling Kamala she got this. Alicia Keys saying that the only reason many people can't imagine a woman as president is because they've never seen one. Donald Trump selling a Trump edition made in China Bibles. Barack Obama saying Trump selling his own Bibles is out of control. The young black girl saying that even though voting isn't mandatory, it's something that black people, if anybody, should take seriously. And my man Yosemite Sam saying, listen, we're gonna all be gone in 100 years anyway, so while we're here, we might as well find a way to get along. Listen, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Peace.